Alright YouTube, Malcolm with Gifted Hands coming back at you with another repair video. Customer's complaint is that the dryer's not heating. He told me that somebody came by and did a thermostat repair on the heating element, so I kind of summed it all up, but he said that a few days after his dryer stopped heating again, so I took a look back there. First thing that I see, can you see that? That's a big kink in the line right there. That will blow the thermostat every single time. So if you're going to be using dryer duct exhaust vent, this is hard aluminum like a can. You want to stay away from that. You want to get slinky type material like this here. It's real flexible. See that? It's like an accordion or a slinky. It's flexible. It won't kink. If it does kink, it'll pop back out and get its shape. So we're going to be replacing the dryer duct vent and then also replacing this thermostat that goes on the heating element assembly. First thing you're going to do is take your two screws out. We got those from back here, one there, on that side. Show you the front of this. You're going to take this, lift this, slide it back. Let's set this lid down here. Next, you got 1, 2, 3 screws in this panel. We're going to pop this off here. Next, we're going to pop this panel. Once you get that off, disconnect this harness. All right, panel off. Next thing we're going to do, take this door off. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. And then there's a door switch here. So there's a harness behind this for a door switch. And don't forget, you got 2 screws right here, right by this dryer. Next, you got these tabs that have to be pressed in to relieve this metal. I've already done on this side. Got on this side. Pop this door switch out. Wiggle it left and right. Now this door should just lift up and come straight off, just like that. All right, next, we're gonna take this frame off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Now we gotta pop off the harness for the light assembly there. Take this and I just like to hang it back here. Now this front roller assembly for the tub has got to come off. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and then you lift up and pull out. Before you lift up and pull out, always remember to take off this dryer duct cover. You got 1 screw there, 2, 3. So this comes off, you lift up, and you'll be exposed with the tub. All right, so we got the cover off. It's over there. Now this has got to come off. You just lift up on it, but always remember to unplug this clip that goes to the moisture sensor. It's got a little bitty push tab on it. And there we go. You're gonna lift up. Just kind of work with it just a little bit. There we go, now it's off. Next, we gotta get this tub out. The belt is on the around the motor pulley with the idler pulley. It's underneath here. You just gotta kind of stick your hands in there and just feel your way around. But that's how it is. You see that back there? That's the idler pulley. You gotta push it like a bike chain. You push it to one side, and it'll release the tension. All right, ladies and gents, what I like to do once I get this belt free, that's slacking. This is the back, is the front. You'll want to make note of this because if you put it in reverse, the dryer's gonna make some crazy noise. So I just take a tool, it's like a dental floss pick, and just make a small arrow on the tub, like this, sure. That way you know which way faces rear, just like that. All right, so now that we got the tub out, doesn't look too intimidating, does it? Got your main board there, your blower, motor assembly, along with the idler pulley. Always want to check this once you get this far. Make sure that this is spinning freely. Make sure that these rollers are spinning freely. No difference there. And this is your heating element. These are the power tabs here for the heating element. You know, it takes 220 to power an electric dryer. Always make sure that your dryer is unplugged, which I've already made sure mine's unplugged. Here is the cycling thermostat. Then you got your high limit thermostat right there. This is the part that's failed on the dryer. And it's failed because that big kink back there. Take a look right there. Right where it 90s. Can't be kinked up like that, or it'll pop this high limit thermostat because it'll get too hot in here. It'll pop that there. So we're gonna be replacing that with this part here. If you don't already have this part, go get yourself this part. Part number is David Charlie 96-00887 Charlie. Take that out of there. Let's see what that looks like. I had a few of these in my truck. All right, there it goes. Right next to the old one. There goes the new one here, next to the old one. It doesn't matter if they're different color. They all have the same temperature rating and the same electric rating for them. And so you got 2 screws, one there, one at the bottom, and you replace that. And I'll also show you how to test this. All right, so with your multimeter, if you don't have one, I have one from Klein. I got this from Home Depot. This is just a sub meter. I've actually got one that I use for refrigeration. It's got a bunch of different thermostats. So we're gonna take this and turn this to continuity. I always do this just to make sure that my leads are connecting. But this is continuity. This is what you're gonna hear when you touch the leads. If you don't hear that whenever you try to test one of these elements, then you know that there's no electrical path going through. So we're gonna test this thermostat here. Right? And so we're gonna come here, same meter, I'm gonna pull these leads off. Always remember that blue goes on top of everything. So no matter how you're looking at the sequence, this blue is gonna go on top. So pull that lead off there, pull that lead off there, and we're gonna come to this and we're gonna test it, see if it has continuity. Oh, touched itself. Sorry. I accidentally touched the meter leads against itself, so I'm gonna do that one more time. So this bottom one touched that top tab. So we're gonna hold it off to the side there. We're gonna touch. No continuity, none. Should be continuity whenever I have this over this thermostat here, high limit thermostat, but there's none. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that, and the customer should be getting heat. All right, so here goes the old thermostat. There goes the new one there, it's on the unit. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back together and see if we got some heat. All right, so we're midway through getting our unit back together. Just gotta put that panel back on, move on to the rest. All right, so we got our unit assembled. Now we're gonna get back here and replace this dryer duct vent. On this back side here, make a good connection. Got some duct vent right here. I got it in bulk from the appliance sales store here in Texas, Austin to be exact. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. See that? It's a bad kink. Get that fixed. All right, got that old aluminum duct there. We got the new Flex Slinky duct on there. All right, see that back there? It can flex, fold, bend, do whatever it needs to do without being restricted. Still got the same circumference and diameter. So we're gonna turn this on here. Might not have it plugged in, let me check. All right, so we got it on there. You can pick a setting, it doesn't matter. That's real time, dryer's going, repair's done. Tool back there, parts. Old thermostat, just gonna make sure it's got some heat, along with that new installed duct vent back there. It's hot. Good to go. Adios, my friends.